us without that 20/20 vision, we may have had some difficult experiences in buying glasses, but not anymore. And that's why we have Aspire Optical. So we've got Ashley joining us today to kind of walk us through how to make that process a little more easy and pain-free. And of course, you know, dress up our style a little bit. So welcome.
Hey, thank you. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, it's funny. Inevitably, we've been open for 4 years now, and whether it's a perpetual contact lens wearer or somebody, you know, maybe they haven't had an eye exam in a really long time, they'll come out of the room and they'll say, you know, I hate shopping for glasses and I hate wearing my glasses. And that's the word that's so sad to me, right?
Aww,
and that scenario, because a lot of times they haven't been fit properly and no one's actually taken the time to educate them about what is a proper fit with eyewear and why eyewear is built a certain way for function. Mm-hmm. So you don't have to hate your glasses is basically what I'm getting at. And so one of the major components is that they're just not fit properly. They're constantly sliding down their nose. And so sometimes that can be just a matter of an adjustment where you can bring them into your optical store and have somebody tweak the temple tips a little bit, sometimes tweak the nose pads a little bit, and that'll work. But most of the time, the mistake is made right at the point of sale during the frame selection process. And that's something that is really critical and that we key on at Aspire Optical to make sure that the frame fits just so. And I've had so many clients where they'll pick out a frame and they'll come to me and they'll be like, what do you think? I love this. And I'll be like, you know what? I think the color's great on you. But if I sell you this, you're going to be mad at me. And I don't want that. And so much of it has to do with the bridge fit over top of the bridge. And so I was looking this morning to try to find a frame for me that doesn't fit just so, right? Okay, so something like this Prada frame here. There's this gap between the top of my bridge and the top of the frame, okay? So with this one, it doesn't fit quite right, and this will perpetually slide. Now, we can tighten it up behind your ears and all of that kind of stuff, but perpetually, this is gonna drive someone crazy, okay? So you will see in that first pair that I was wearing, yes, there's a gap over the top, but it's a special bridge in our industry. It's called a keyhole bridge, and it's kind of a catch-all for everybody so that it's not going to slide and it grabs in the right place.
And it's fashionable.
And it's fashionable. I mean, it's a vintagey style, and we see a lot of that now. So there is a gap here, but it's still made to fit properly, okay? But with plastic frames, it has to fit just like a really comfortable shoe would fit. It just kind of fits right on there, no problem. But there's all sorts of different things that companies are doing right now to kind of mitigate this issue of poor fit. And so Oakley, for instance, with a frame here, they do a rubber piece all the way up over the top of the bridge. Now, even though this is a guy's frame, what you notice, they do it in a couple of women's styles too, but what you notice is that this rubber actually gets stickier when it gets warmer or wetter. So if you're sweating and you're outside, it'll actually stick and it won't slide down your bridge and drive you crazy.
What an innovation.
Right, yeah. No, so that was actually the first patent that Oakley ever had as a company was for that rubber. The guy who founded it made dirt bike candles. That's how the company started.
Well, he's doing well now.
Oh, he's doing very well now. I think he sold the company for over $2 billion. But anyway, that's a great example for men. For women, if you still want that like bolder style, if you want to try that one on, that'd be great. Lots of plastics are coming out now with nose pads. This particular style, this is a monocool style. It's made in Denmark. It's 3D printed. It's ultra light. And truly,
it is light.
These nose pads, they're also very sticky and very soft. And they're probably the most comfortable nose pads that I've ever seen in the industry, being in the industry for 17 years. Yeah. So we love them. And we do really, really well with that brand.
And it is, you had mentioned it's very light. It's so comfortable.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I noticed. It's so comfortable. And one of the fun things I have found, I wear glasses myself. I was wearing glasses yesterday, is being able to try on the different shapes and find things that are catered to your face.
Yeah, find things that are catered, things that will follow your jawline down most of the times. A lot of women, depending on how they style eyebrows and stuff like that, it'll depend on where they want the top of that plastic frame to come up to. Sometimes you want it to cover the complete eyebrow. Sometimes you don't. And so there's all sorts of different options. The other issue that we run into a lot of times with women is when they have eyelash extensions, or they have just regular, just natural, really long eyelashes, their lashes will touch the lens. And so we want to make sure they're in either a frame like this with nose pads so we can push the frame away from their face. But there's also many of the higher end true fashion brands are making, it's called global fit or universal fit or Asian fit or flare fit. And so that's where they'll put a flare in the plastic and it'll kind of pop it up in a way so that you're able to blink without kind of messing up your lenses right away.
It's so smart that you mentioned that, and it never occurred to me because I do wear lashes, and that is an issue I have with all my glasses. I can feel it touch the glasses, and this one I don't.
You don't. And so, and even if you did just subtly, we could tweak that just ever so slightly and we'd be able to make it work for you. And so I think with optical, the major message to get across is there is almost always a solution for your specific situation and what you're going to be using your glasses for. And then also just kind of supplementing all of those other things that you're doing at the same time, right? So another major one about why people might get upset or are frustrated with glasses, make sure that when you have that anti-glare, anti-scratch talk with your optician when you're buying glasses, get the newest technology. The newest technology, you're probably only looking at like a $40 to $50 upgrade. It is completely worth it from a standpoint of the technology for the anti-glare coatings today is much more durable, so it's not going to craze or flake. You'll see these like little, almost rainbows or little prisms in lenses where they start to wear down. And secondly, they're so much easier to clean lens-wise. Make sure that you get that upgraded anti-glare. It's a world of difference. It's also a better warranty and all of that as well.
And the key to all of this, I think that we're realizing, is to have an optician that you trust.
Totally.
To have somebody you can work with that's going to be honest with you and say, look, I like the color, the shape isn't right for your face. Or I would recommend having a better quality product. And I think that is amazing that Aspire Optical just really has it all, and tons of frames. If you stop in the store, try different things on, their information's right on your screen. So it's very, very easy to find them. And of course, as always, we love having Ashley here in studio.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
Well, listen, make sure that you stay with us. And hey, stop at Aspire Optical later in the day. But for now, stay with North Dakota Today. We've got a lot of great things coming up on the show.